So I wanted to give a couple extra examples of how to do grouping problems. So I will start with my problems on the right side of the screen here. And I'm going to put parentheses around my first two terms and then parentheses around my second two terms. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to look at the 15 and the 6. So I'm going to go to the left side of the screen and I'm going to look for 15, which is right here. And I'm going to actually copy those numbers down really quick. I got 1, 3, 5, and 15 are my numbers for 15. And then I'm going to go back to this screen over here and I'm going to find the 6. And I have 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. So those are the lists of numbers that would divide evenly into each of these digits. So I'm looking for the number that is the biggest common number, and I see that 3 is the biggest common number. So that means I can divide out a 3 out of both. I also see that I have the letter K in both terms, so I can take K out, and I'm going to take the smaller of the exponents. So that means I could take out at most 2. So that's how I would work that out. Next, I'm going to take a look at the 20 and the 8. So I go back to my factors list, and I'm going to find the number 20, which is right here. And I'm going to find the number 8, which is up here. So when I look at this list, 20 has a lot of terms. I'll just write the list out. I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. And then the 8 has the numbers 1, 2, 4, and 8. So I'm looking for the biggest common number, and I see that 4 is the biggest common number. That means I can divide out a 4. And there's not a common letter in both terms, so it would just be the 4 I would be taking out. The next step is to do the division. So I take my GCF, the number I divided out, and I write that first. And then I divide. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So my answer goes inside the parenthesis. I had 3 Ks. I took 2 out. That leaves me with 1 K left. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2. Since the Ks are exactly the same on top and bottom, I close my parenthesis. Next, I write this 4 that I divided out. And then I start a parenthesis. 20 divided by 4 is 5. There's also a K. And then 8 divided by 4 is 2. At this point, I should see that my parentheses are equal. They're the same. So I did it right. So I take the outside numbers, what I divided out, 3K squared plus 4, and I put that in a parenthesis. And then my matching parenthesis gets written out once as part of my final answer. And that concludes this problem.